Hi everybody, welcome again to another Tilapia Classroom. Welcome to this channel. Welcome to this video. Today we'll be closing off. Well, I have one more video left, but we'll be closing off the new information era within these user shares. The last video should actually summarize and also should uh, pay attention to the creation of the business plan, right? So I know that I was going to be I was supposed to be doing the business plan prior to this, but things have actually changed. Anyway, let's get to today's video. Today we focusing on challenges within fish keeping, tilapia food fish farms in Jamaica. That's challenges food fish farmers actually face in Jamaica. Stay tuned. Okay, hi everybody, again, welcome to another share. Now, we live in a world that each day new information have actually spiraled into changes being had, right? We are going into a digital age, and persons are actually training themselves how to be digital criminals. As it relates to fish farming and farming in general, we are experiencing challenges. And one of the five main challenges in which we face as tilapia fish farmers, right, is one, capital, right? Um, Capital security, or should I say, securing capital investment for your fish farm. Now you have a piece of land that was given to you by family members or family yard, and you are actually seeking funding to do something economical on that land. So you want some amount of loan, right? So as to get access to that loan, you would have needed some amount of guarantor or guarantee that the property is yours. One of the main problems of a lot of small farmers, not that they don't want to work or they're not willing to work or they are lazy, but is actually seeking capital, right? Capital, they want to get money so as to start, and the only way they can get money so as to start, so as to legitimize their business, is to go through financial institutions which have a lot of requirement, and one of that requirement is that you have to show legal ownership of property. The government of Jamaica have actually instituted what is referred to as agri parks. The agri parks is a system in which lands are allocated to literal farmers that plant food, um, and they are given the farmers, I think, would pay some amount of money like lease, and they are given documentation so as to get funding through different state agency ministries and NGOs. All right. Uh, I don't think this applies to fish farmers. So it stands out that fish farmers are actually left out in the open. So one of the challenges that faces um, tilapia fish farmers in Jamaica is actually in capitalization, right? And a lot of the training exercise, a lot of the skills that are taught um, using grants from governments and NGOs, right? But these skills cannot be purposed going forward. Actually putting everything that they have learned, that's the farmers, so as to generate income, because the capital investment is not there, right? And to be frank, to be truthful, if you have a business and you're going to be loaning monies to a different client, you would like to know that whomever you lend money to, there is some means of actually getting back that money, right? Should in case situation go awry, right? However, that situation have metastasized into a growing problem amongst not only fish farmers in Jamaica, but also, you know, farmers who actually till the soil. Okay, so I'm not going to rationalize as to what they can do or how we can manage it or, put proposal on board. I'm just highlighting the possible challenges, or should I say the challenges, which exist within the tilapia fish farming industry. Okay, another challenge that faces tilapia farmers in Jamaica is feed. Now, tilapia feed, good tilapia feed, is not readily available in Jamaica. And when I say good tilapia feed, I must say um, it pays us no profit for us to be beating down on hypro, saying that hypro feed is no good, because when you feed the fish, the water stink after a while. You have to change the water. The feed doesn't float because it's not extruded, and the quality is just poor. Right? Everybody know that. But at the same time, it does give us a lifeline. That's the fish farmers a lifeline, and so as to allow our fish to survive. So allow our fish to consume something, right? Allow our fish to grow, right? However, the probability of investing in a system where in which either we import feed at a cost that is relatively you know economical to persons who are actually importing them, or we invest, that when I say we, I mean government, invest in a system where in which engineers, scientists, whomever design feed that is more, I call it now, a feed that gives them more value to what is actually presented. That would be awesome, right? So two challenges there: one, capital; and two, quality feed that fish farmers actually have access to. Another problem that fish farmers do, that tilapia fish farmers do have, right, is communication and knowledge. Now, whilst there are avenues in which persons are able to find appropriate information as to going forward, getting that tilapia farm up and running, there are several avenues on the digital space that you can actually use to learn. I think more needs to be invested from point of view of government, so as to help the young people that are unemployed and that who want to be employed and who show interest in fish keeping, to actually be trained as tilapia fish farmers. I mean, I've had several persons communicating with me having the desire to be tilapia fish farmers, but they don't know the first step to take in actually becoming a successful tilapia fish farmer. Now, as far as Jamaica is concerned, Jamaica is over 200 kilometers long and over 100 kilometers wide. Right? To have one central position wherein its trading is done, it is not. I call it now. It is not. It makes no sense, right? In central location for training or skills, practice, or should I say enhancing the skill in tilapia fish farming are needed. I would say, like, let's say, have, since we are in this trust for self sufficiency, being able to provide for ourselves. I think we have far past the stage where in which having a diploma, associate degree, a master's, a PhD actually secures us employment. Thus, having some practical life skills um, would suffice us. When I say us, I mean a society in making productive use of our time. In a sense that a lot of young persons are leaving school, and these young persons, they don't have any CXC, they don't have any qualification, they don't have anything at all to go out there and search for jobs. And some of them, they work better by themselves. When you do the assessment, you know, the what type of person they are, you find that they better work by themselves. However, the ability, or should I say the availability of training for them to develop a skill in a specific area like tilapia fish farming, um, that is not there. You have to be out there searching. So some of you watching this video might be recommended by someone or even by another video to watch this video, um, or the series tilapia classroom, right, in which I have actually gone through the little motions directing you as to what you to do, what what you're to do in actually becoming at least a novice or intermediate tilapia fish farmer. And so the knowledge and the skills, lack of knowledge and skills is a challenge within the tilapia fish farming arena. And as a result of that, we find that things are not being done as it should be done. I mean, I saw somebody some tilapia a few months ago, and the person called me to share with me that I sold him 2 dozen in tilapia, and the person called me to share with me that after 2 dozen tilapia, only 6 left, because I don't know what he did, but most of them dead. Like 18 of them dead, 6 left. He watched my videos, and he contacted me after he reached down to 6, and I told him what to do, and he says that they are going, and they're getting back. So the lack of skill, education, knowledge on tilapia care, fish keeping, all of that, like you'd have as animal husbandry you at Bogles, in St. Catherine. You need something like that regarding tilapia. Okay, so another challenge that rocks the fish keeping arena. And when I say challenge fish keeping, you have different type of fish farming. You have, and to tell you the truth, um, you have two different type of fish farmers in Jamaica. I happen to do both. You have ornamental, that is not really doing much right now because the import market is kind of killing us, and you have some persons, that's a different story. I talk about that differently. I mean, persons will import fish that cost in thousands of dollars, and exotic fish, and the fish that we have here, um, they are just like only certain persons alone have access to breeding them, and the fish that are being imported, persons are liking them. So you find that only certain class of persons have the accessibility to certain clients. So you find that money is always going one way instead of being, properly diverted throughout the entire sphere of the fish keeping, um, fish farming community. All right, so I'm dealing with fish farming, right? And yeah, and is you have an issue, right? So another problem that we face within the fish farming arena is predial larceny. And when I say predial larceny, it shouldn't stand only for like goats and sheep and cow and all that livestock that is being lost. I mean, I've spoken to um, one of the largest tilapia fish farmer in Jamaica, and he has shared with me that he has spent thousands of dollars, if not millions, right, ensuring that his space in which he does business um, is secure. Now, if we never have the problem of pre last, all those monies spent for security could have been redirected into other investment, which in turn would have actually aided in the employment of other individuals within the community. And so you find that pre last actually hurts not only the owner of the business, but the likelihood of the community to earn monies and to be independent. So pre last is a problem. I mean, I have my fish farm at the back of my yard. Not much persons, only those persons that are immediately around me in whom I have actually shared that I have this system, I'm able to tell. Because if it is open up and everybody is knowledgeable of it, then now I would actually run scared because this is just how the society is. As long as you have something that they want, they will take every opportunity to get it and to get it at the least possible cost, even if it means stealing. So as a result, um, my little fish farm experience here, low key backyard tilapia fish farm experience here, is actually preserved underneath the notion of secrecy. So although I suffered a few months ago regarding pretty larceny, stealing of my equipment, right? The likelihood of persons actually stealing my fish, while that do exist, but they have to come really prepared because my fish is not going to sit at the top until they come and steal me, right? It's going to be a battle. Even when I am catching them, it's a battle, right? So pretty larceny is also a problem. All right, so one of the top challenges that tilapia fish farmers do experience, and this also comes into the first one in which I spoke about to start this year, is that of securing equipment. Securing equipment it can be really expensive, guys. And just starting a little system like this, I mean, like if I never have somebody who actually knows somebody who knows somebody, I wouldn't be able to get these totes. I couldn't purchase them. I mean, like each of these totes are being sold for about 60, 70 US dollars, or should I say about 10,000 something dollars out there on the side of the road, right? So putting everything together, I have seven of them, so that would be like nearly $80,000, 70 something thousand dollars, right? I wouldn't have so much money to pay for totes, right? It's better me go to the wholesale and buy some goods and make up a little stall and sell somewhere else. This wouldn't be me. And one pump on my system, right, costs roughly about $10 to $15,000, right? So it's costly. Just operating a system like this, primarily because you want something, you invest in it, and you're trying to actually get a return from it. So it poses a challenge, right? Now, I'm not saying that things should be given to individuals free. I'm not saying that as individuals we should not, um, you know, uh, bear our responsibilities. Yes, but I think for those persons serious in agriculture, serious in the whole idea of um, eating what we are growing or something like to that effect, right? Food sustenance. I think that some grant should be offered to persons in purchasing of tools and equipment so as to facilitate the, at least a headway for persons willing to be a part of the fish farming community. Now, NGOs have helped, yeah, but at the forefront, NGOs will help, but um, further help, like enhanced help, requires funding, and this funding has to come from somewhere. And usually, this funding never comes. So as a result, the fish farmers normally get training. Like for example, you need 10 sessions. The fish farmers probably might get 4 because the other 6 might not be able to be financed by the NGO, or it is not brought to the attention of the ministry or the department or the government agency that is responsible for these things. Now, as I speak, it seems simple. It seems as if I'm it's much ado about nothing. While you, as an individual, might sit in your lounge chair or your AC room and all that, and you might be saying, "Hey, this is really fun to watch. This really look like arcade. This really look like some back wall thing." Well, I can say it's really fun doing this, because in doing this it opens my eyes to a lot of things. Because sometimes I go to the supermarket and I'm going to be purchasing something, whether it be yam, banana, potato, cabbage, lettuce, whatever, and purchase, carry it home, prepare it, consume it, and never really think about how it came about, who actually planted it or reared it or whatever. And hey, I'm enjoying it. So it actually put me at the center right now, as to say, here, this is how it begins, and it's now my responsibility to ensure that it ends well. It's hope that you enjoy this series. It's hope that you use this series as a catalyst to be independent, passive entrepreneurs. Thank you very much for your help. Your help, yes, because the more you watch, the more you like, the more you subscribe, the impressions on my shares will go up, and others will get a view as to what is really happening within fish farming, tilapia fish farming in Jamaica. The series has ended. I have one more share left, and I know that this one share is going to be a little long, lengthy, but it should wrap up everything very nicely. Have a productive day, guys.